Today I fucked up by inadvertently telling my boss I wanted to smash his wife. This actually just happened a few minutes ago before my boss headed out on holiday, and I'm just like I am an attorney and I work at a law firm that is very relaxed. My boss is a great guy, and we get along really well to the point that you can't even tell that he's my senior and my boss. We're constantly talking and joking around about politics, current events, sports, and NSFW stuff jokes all the time. His wife actually worked at the firm but left to work elsewhere cause she was interested in a different career. She's around my age, 30ish, and he's in his late 50s, they have kids and the whole spiel. She occasionally comes around and helps cause of COVID-19. Some of our staff requested leave, so she comes help out for specific stuff the remaining staff doesn't do well. She and I also get along really well and often teases that her husband is always having a good time with me. As for my relationship with my boss, he trusts me a lot, so he gives me his passwords for certain programs and services where he doesn't really know how to use, and generally lets me do whatever I want because I work well that way. I do talk with potential clients who have been referred to our firm, and we started advertising on Yelp again. So I asked him to give me the password for that because I do manage our listings on Google Business and other sites. The fuck up? My boss was getting ready to leave, but he and I were discussing a client's matter that needed to be handled on Monday, and a Yelp inquiry message comes through. I get the notification from my phone's work profile. I remember that he changed the password when he set up Yelp advertisements again cause I saw an email about it a day ago, so I asked him for the password. He's like, even my wife doesn't know my passwords, though it's the same as my work email. You're the only one who knows the password, haha. If I die you have to give it to my wife cause she doesn't know it. Without even taking a moment to think about it I respond, give it to her. A password, right? While giving him a sheepish grin. He laughs slightly awkwardly and says yay. He finishes packing up and leaves the office fully knowing that his junior definitely wants to bang his wife if he should cross the river Styx. TL, doctor, I asked my boss for his password, he said even his wife doesn't know it and joked that if he died I had to give it to her, and I implied I wanted to smash! P.S. I definitely would though! He's not angry, he's laughing his head off. Or cringing much more than you are. Nah, he's going home to tell his wife, and they'll both laugh. If this boss is legit as chill as described, the wife will make the next move and you may not live this down. Dude, you not only implied you want his wife but that you're ready to do her over his not yet cold corpse. Have a nice, long weekend cringing over that. Seriously, though, thanks for the laugh. I'm still flustered about it, and you know what's even worse that I just remembered now? He has a 25-year-old son, another woman, and he's slightly disappointed in him because of various academic and choice reasons, as the son is also a Trump supporter and expressed that he wishes his son was more like me. Haha, he probably sees it as a compliment and is feeling smug the whole commute home. Either that or he's now plotting your murder. Time will tell. Boss, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Employee, doing your. Don't say doing your wife, don't say doing your wife, don't say doing your wife. Son? Boss, _ Given the age difference, and the fact that you and her are the same age. Wow. Has it happened to friends of mine? All traveling in a car, we worked together, one says, ew, I wouldn't tackle that. As they got closer, they realized it was one guy's wife. Geez. Even worse. Today I fucked up, looking at a stranger while chewing gum. Introductory facts for this story. 1. Sometimes I gag when I chew gum for too long. Shrug. 2. I have a rich history of awkward moments. Well, I was riding my motorcycle recently. I always chew gum while riding, I tend to clench my teeth if I don't. Rookie rider. Anyway, I was stopped at a light. I flipped my helmet visor up for some airflow, modular helmet where the whole front comes up. I casually looked over at the car next to me. There was a woman in there and she was looking at me. We made eye contact. And at that precise moment my gum-chewing gag reflex kicked in and I did one huge, overly dramatic, dry heave while we were staring at each other. Eye contact maintained through the entirety of the awkward mouth explosion. The light turned green and I sped away. I'll now always wonder what her side of that experience was like. Too long didn't read. Casually locked eyes with a stranger right when my gag reflux kicked in from gum, may have inadvertently wrecked a stranger's self-confidence for weeks. Been a while since a post made me laugh this hard, thanks. If that happens to me I'll be sad for a while, frown. Ha 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 ha, amazing. She may be a fine looking lady and one day on one of her biggest days where she has spent hours preparing and everything turns out perfectly she will smile into the mirror and there you'll be. She is Bo today I fucked up and confident but no. You, gagging at the sight of her. Just a random dude on a bike physically disgusted by the sight of her. You'll be there in the back of her mind for the rest of her life. I will think of her often and wonder what have I done. Years from now I'll be in therapy and talk of this, asking if my actions set forth a butterfly effect of damage. If life has any humor we'll both end up in some random PTSD meeting where we both share our sides of this event as strangers once again. I guarantee that poor woman must think she looked awful for you to literally gag at the sight of her lol. I wonder if she takes that road daily. If so, will she continue or avoid it for fear of running into you only to gag again when you see her? I hope she doesn't floor it and run every red light from now on whenever she ever pulls up next to another motorcycle. All whilst screaming you're a beaut today I fucked up a person, Brenda, herself as she accelerates. Bonus hope is she is not an Uber driver as that would be a 2-star experience for any passenger. Today I fucked up by buying my mom an erotic birthday card. This was almost 35 years ago, but still a family favorite. Today I fucked up. I was 9 years old and wanted to go to the corner store to buy my mom a birthday card all on my own. Take my couple of bucks and head off. As I'm browsing through all the cards, I find one that reads happy birthday. I hope it stimulates all your erogenous zones, or something like that. It's been a while. It had a big pair of lips on the front. I figure, cool. This one shows a kiss to my mom and I guess erogenous must mean something to do with genes, so it's about being related. I'm super clever. I give my mom the card on her birthday, which she gracefully accepts, tells me she loves it, and then proceeds to laugh her ass off with my dad later. I didn't find out the faux pas until it came up in conversation about 20 years later. Every birthday I always make sure to ask if her erogenous zones are doing well and she can't hold in a laugh. Too long didn't read. 9-year-old me bought mom a card about her erogenous zones and it still gets a laugh. Edit, typos and thanks for the awards. Not quite the same, but once I took my ex's kids to As You Wish to paint him plates for Father's Day. Halfway through painting his son looks at me and asks, "How do you spell anus?" I was like, "Why do you need to spell anus?" And he said that's my dad's favorite food, black anus. Black Angus is a steak restaurant and indeed his favorite food. I wish he never asked me how to spell it and just gave him the best plate ever. My dad loves black anus. Lamal, this reminds me of when I was a 9 or 10-year-old little girl at the airport with my grandma. I was wearing a tank top and I got cold, so my grandma bought me a shirt to wear over it that said "Warning, dangerous curves ahead." My mom obviously confiscated it when I got home, and it took years for me to realize why she freaked out so badly when she saw it. Well, I mean, hey, mom definitely enjoyed the card and still does to this day. When I was about 10 or so, I made my grandma a birthday card on the machine at Walmart that printed custom cards. I had no idea why my grandpa started cry laughing upon reading it. Nanny is sweet, Nanny is cute, Nanny looks great in her birthday suit. Edit, thanks for the awards, it felt good to share this memory to help keep it alive. How wholesome, smiley face.